Today we're getting into the latest Tesla news, including new Cybertruck leaks, the release of the full self-driving beta, Cyberquad trademarks, 4680 battery updates, and more, so let's get into it, and a special thanks to Henson Shaving for sponsoring this video. First up today, we're approaching the end of the quarter, and as usual for Tesla, that means a huge wave of deliveries. Due to the logistics for Tesla currently and the fact that they don't have dealerships, they need to get rid of inventory at the end of each quarter and deliver as many cars as possible to make it look the best it can on reports. This comes with downsides and is something Tesla wants to change long term, but for now, Elon Musk has already said on a company call that, quote, "This is the craziest month of deliveries Tesla will ever have." Now, in a new email to employees last week, almost like clockwork, each quarter, Elon said, quote, "This will be the most intense delivery week ever for Tesla. It's the craziest week of deliveries due to many factors. For one, they have just launched the new Model S refresh, finally, and their demand for all of their cars keeps skyrocketing. At the same time, they're dealing with supply shortages, chip shortages, and much more, causing them to have to build cars and add parts to them later prior to delivery. We know how this delivery wave works in the United States, but it's also now happening in Shanghai as well, with Elon saying, quote, "Giga Shanghai makes cars for export in first half of quarter, then cars for far away parts of China, then cars for nearby parts of China. Net result is a crazy wave of deliveries end of quarter. It is tough on our team, so we're hoping to reduce the wave in Q4 and Q1. Giga Berlin will help a lot." Elon further reiterated his goal for less intense delivery pushes in his employee email, saying, quote, "Hopefully a lot easier next quarter." Tesla is building 2 new factories right now and trying to get them producing by the end of this year. It will be a huge help for both their quality control and ability to meet demand going forward, mainly. Everything from them is back-ordered, and I'm sure they'd love to get to a place where if you want to buy a Tesla, you don't have to wait months. Right now, a Standard Range Plus Model 3, their cheapest vehicle, won't deliver until March of 2022, and the long range won't come until December of this year. A long range Model Y is pushed all the way back to April of 2022, which is just so long to wait for a car that you're ordering that has been out for well over a year. The new long range Model S is pushed to April to May, and even the Plaid Model S, a $130,000 car, is pushed to February or March. Both demand and parts shortages are causing these delays on all of these cars, and hopefully Tesla's new factories can help get these delivery times much sooner. In any case, Tesla is predicted to have another record quarter for deliveries despite all of these challenges. Wall Street analysts are predicting anywhere from 222,700 to 233,000 deliveries this quarter, which would be up by around 30,000 cars from last quarter. If Tesla does achieve this, it will really show how popular these cars are getting and how much they are able to adapt to changing supplier circumstances. Next up, the Tesla Cybertruck was announced back in November of 2019. Since then, there have been a number of leaks and updates from Elon Musk and others showing some features this car will bring that were previously unexpected. Still, with all of these leaks, they have remained to be seen, and the original Cybertruck prototype is all that has been seen in public. With Tesla's new factory in Texas, it was expected we'd see more soon, but now another prototype of the Cybertruck was spotted, confirming some changes that Elon Musk tweeted about. Overall, the Cybertruck is expected to be the same, with Elon saying, quote, "Cybertruck will be almost exactly what was shown." However, Elon also added that the Cybertruck will have 4-wheel steering. Quote, "We're adding rear-wheel steering so it can do tight turns and maneuver with high agility. Lot of other great things coming. That 4-wheel feature should enable features like crab walk, which GMC has demoed with their upcoming Hummer EV. It should add good features to this car, but the most shocking feature Elon confirmed was, quote, "In end, we kept production design almost exactly same as show car. Just some small tweaks here and there to make it slightly better. No door handles. Car recognizes you and opens door." Many have questioned this, its usability, and if it will make it to production, but a new, very short video was posted on the Cybertruck Owners Forum. These are possibly the shortest videos that anyone could take, but the Cybertruck is new and a different prototype than we have seen as far as we can tell. The window trim appears to have been updated from the original prototype slightly, looking darker than it has in the past. The biggest noticeable difference is that it looks like it does not have door handles. Even though the handles on the Cybertruck are the same color as the body, every time we see the truck in public, it seems that they are very obvious. The new prototype appears to be exactly what Elon was talking about, no door handles, so the truck should recognize you as you walk up to it and automatically open the doors. There are other people filming here that we can see, so hopefully we'll get more confirmation soon, because it is possible that the door handles are there, just not visible. Absolute worst case, this is the same prototype that Tesla is testing with again, working on that truck for a 2022 release. After that, it could be an altered version of the original prototype with updated specs, but it really looks like this does not have door handles, and features new changes that Elon has talked about. We'll get more confirmation soon, but it's always exciting to see Tesla continuing work on this crazy Cybertruck. Next up, Tesla is officially releasing their full self-driving beta, which has been in progress for a very long time now. Elon Musk predicted 1 million robotaxis in 2020, and that was a very ambitious goal that he clearly has learned wasn't possible. Tesla has since gone through tons of software versions and entire rewrites of the basis of Autopilot and full self-driving. They have been using a small handful of around 2,000 beta testers to train the neural network and get data from them to get up to their current version of 10.1. Now they are finally opening it up to customers for real. On September 24th, Elon Musk said, quote, FSD Beta request button goes live tonight, but FSD 10.1 needs another 24 hours of testing, so out tomorrow night. This actually came true, and I actually requested the beta myself, clicking through a whole checklist of requirements and stipulations that ensures I really know what position this software is in. It's still a beta and will not be perfect, so testers have to be vigilant, but as far as we've seen, basically anybody with the full self-driving package can press this button if they choose. The button is still a request button though, and requires at least 7 days before Tesla approves you. Quote, Tesla Insurance Calculator will show status in real time and tell you what actions are needed to be rated, quote, good driver. You need to prove that you are a good driver in order to let the car drive for you, since you need to be attentive and alert to take over at any time. The safety score shows up in the Tesla app and rates you based on forward collision warnings, hard braking, aggressive turning, unsafe following, and forced autopilot disengagements. From what we've seen, it isn't supposed to take any points off your score if autopilot is in use, but many have been dinged for hard braking by autopilot, not themselves, so it isn't perfect yet. The safety score itself is also in beta, but it is what will get you approved to receive the full self-driving beta on your car. Here is my score on my Model Y. I guess I have some work to do since the highest scores appear to be prioritized for beta access. A lot more on that in just a second. Before we go any further, I'd like to thank today's sponsor, Henson Shaving. Henson Shaving makes unique, high-quality razors that include a lifetime warranty and help reduce waste. Their metal razors are made in Canada at the same aerospace machine shop their family has used for 20 years, making parts for the space station, Mars rover, and more. That manufacturing precision makes its way to their razors, allowing them to produce incredibly tight tolerances, giving you the precision of a safety razor with the ease of use of a cartridge razor. I have used this razor consistently to shave my head and around my beard, and it has been fantastic so far, making those incredibly easy shaves thanks to the 30-degree shaving angle built into the head, along with the channels in the razor to easily remove hair and shaving cream with a quick rinse. The handle is what is special here, so you can make great use of cheap 10-cent blades with it, so it's far less wasteful and less irritating to your skin than a standard razor, and you'll be spending way less per year to shave. The first 100 customers to purchase through the link in the description below and use the code SHAW will receive a free 100 pack of blades that typically lasts 2 to 3 years. So check it out. As most Tesla fans expected, but apparently Elon didn't fully expect, the beta request button has been very popular. He said, quote, wow, lot of interest in FSD beta. Plan is to roll out version 10.2 midnight Friday, then on ramp around 1,000 owners per day, prioritized by safety rating. That's a huge number of testers compared to what they've been working with thus far, and Elon updated that timeline to say, quote, apologies, 10.1 release will be a week from Friday. So it looks like more than 7 days and a classic 2 weeks before the beta comes to customers for real, then 1,000 at a time each day. Quote, first few days probably 100 out of 100, then 99, 98, etc. It's funny how this works because Tesla owners aren't necessarily driving safer, but are driving for the categories in the beta of the app's safety score. Overall, it should be safer, but getting dinged for hard braking when you avoided an accident is definitely an odd side effect that will cause you to get the beta access later. In any case, Tesla is actually releasing this to whoever wants it. There is an approval for now, but if timelines hold up, a week from Friday, it will be releasing to the first 1,000 people with a 100 out of 100 rating in the app. It has been an incredibly long wait for this software to get to customers, and the button actually showed up in software, which is a huge step forward for Tesla. Then Tesla will actually be delivering their full self-driving capability of auto steer on city streets, as they have promised for a very long time. It still has a lot of work before it it gets anywhere near level 5, but anyone that wants it should be able to get it with a little bit of a wait, just like Tesla's cars. Next up today, Tesla has put things in motion to actually produce the Cyberquad Atv that they announced back in November of 2019 alongside the Cybertruck. The Cybertruck announcement was crazy as is, but at the event they demoed an ATV loading into the back of the truck. Of course, Tesla wasn't going to use a gas-powered ATV, so they demoed their own ATV that they said they actually planned to make. Not much has been heard about that ATV as expected, since the Cybertruck itself has been delayed and needs to ramp up at Tesla's new Texas factory. Now, Tesla has filed a new trademark for Cyberquad. This particular trademark says, quote, Cyberquad trademark registration is intended to cover the categories of clothing, namely t-shirts, jackets, hats, infant wear, footwear, pants. Likely this is to cover any apparel that Tesla will make and sell on their online shop, just like they sell for the Cybertruck. Interestingly, this doesn't apply for the Cyberquad itself. Tesla had already filed that trademark back in 2019, but does not hold it yet, as the USPTO granted an extension to Tesla, who requested an extension of time to file a statement of use. The latest timeline for the release of the ATV came from Elon Musk back in 2019, saying, quote, we'll aim to have it come out same time as truck. Two-seater electric ATV designed to work with Cybertruck will be fun. I'm not personally counting on that coming with the Cybertruck, especially since that truck, as many expected, is already delayed by at least a year. Next up, further speaking of Tesla's supply shortages and insane demand from earlier, Elon Musk, when speaking at a tech conference in Italy, gave some updates to what he thinks will happen with future chip supply. He said, quote, there's a lot of chip fabrication plants that are being built, and I think we will have good capacity by next year. This is a more optimistic outlook than most others in the industry, and it could be Elon time, as people like to call it, but it's good to see that something is happening in that regard. The chip shortage has been already going for a long time, and hopefully it will let up in the future. The advantage for Tesla is that they develop their own software and firmware for the chips they use. This allows them to shift and use the chips that they can find, which is something they did throughout 2021. According to Tesla, quote, in Q1, we were able to navigate through global chip supply shortage issues, in part by pivoting extremely quickly to new microcontrollers. This is something they have continued doing, with another report from them saying they used up to, quote, 19 new variants of controllers in response to ongoing semiconductor shortages. That's how Tesla is getting by and where Elon Musk thinks chip supply is going in the near future, but vehicle production is also increasing at their Chinese factory. Recent reports are hinting that Tesla is on track to produce and deliver 300,000 vehicles in the first 3 quarters of 2021. Tesla is expected to produce around 450,000 vehicles this year from that factory alone, which is catching up to what Tesla says their production capacity is out of their main Fremont factory. Soon enough, this may pass Fremont as they continue to export Model Ys to other countries and hit record production there as well. According to local reports, Tesla's Giga Shanghai has reportedly hit a rate of 1,600 Model Ys per day in September. This is a substantial increase over August, with around 1,000 per day. Overall, with Model Y and 3, that means that Tesla now produces around 2,400 vehicles per day at Giga Shanghai, and it's only expected to grow more in the future. That is still a relatively new factory, which only started Model Y production in January of this year, so this gives confidence that Tesla's new Texas and Berlin factories can get underway fairly quickly in the coming months and years. Next up, speaking of new factories, Tesla is continuing work on their 4680 battery cells that they unveiled at Battery Day. Many future products rely on these cells, including the Cybertruck, $25,000 EV, Roadster, and even potential reintroduction of the Plaid Plus Model S. It seems pretty clear now that Tesla canceled the Plaid Plus Model S because it required 4680 cells to achieve its impressive 520 plus mile range. That wasn't going to happen in a timely manner after all, and they would rather sell the Plaid as is than have customers waiting for the Plaid Plus. The Cybertruck has promised incredible specs that seem impossible for an EV its size, and it's because of these cells that get better range and specs at a cheaper price when fully scaled up. Well, as usual with Tesla, production of 4680 cells has been unclear and delayed, with Tesla even planning a backup to produce initial Model Ys out of Berlin with the same cells they currently use. This was not the original plan. Tesla has been working on the tech and production side of these cells, getting them vehicle ready, and Sawyer Merritt gave a few updates on 4680 production, saying, quote, Tesla 4680 yield is very good. They are still working on the throughput. Many variables at play. Increasing speed uncovers simple engineering issues that need adjusting or fixing. 4680s have been in production for a long time now on the pilot line. Some 4680s are going to multiple testing facilities in US and Germany. Other 4680s are being used by the structural pack engineering team, rest are being stockpiled. It's unknown how many they've stockpiled. Initial 4680 production capacity installation at Giga Texas will be for around 500,000 vehicles per year. Let's be clear, this is just the initial capacity. Capacity will increase over time and quite significantly with added 4680 production lines, which are modular. These production updates look good for Tesla, but it's still unclear as to when any of this will happen. At the same time though, somewhat confirming these reports, Tesla's careers page added new positions for production associates to work on these battery manufacturing lines. They posted a job for production associate, pilot line cell manufacturing. Tasks for this job include performing assembly work and operating manufacturing equipment. This shows an employee actually needed to operate the line and not just work on the core chemistry or design of all the things that Tesla has hired people for before. Another job is pilot line associate manager, and the first responsibility for this job is to, quote, execute on priorities and production plans provided by operations/engineering management. The latest updates for 4680 timelines from Tesla's Senior VP of Powertrain and Energy Engineering is that, quote, we'll have all the equipment installed to accomplish 100 gigawatt hours, and it's possible that by the end of the year, we will be at an annualized rate of 100 gigawatt hours by the end of 2022. We'll see what happens with these timelines, but it's a good sign that Tesla is hiring, and seeing these cells end up in production vehicles will be huge for Tesla. Last up, a quick update about the Model X refresh, which we have still yet to see come to production. Sawyer Merritt said, quote, the Model X is not in production yet. Hopefully, we'll start in Q4. There are many factors at play, but it's still very unfortunate to not see a single Model X delivered by Tesla in close to 9 whole months. Many have been waiting for a long time, and Tesla still has not communicated what is going on with that car. I saw one testing and charging at Tesla's Fireball charger a few weeks ago, and got some photos of the interior featuring the yoke and refresh screen just like the Model S, but overall it seems like a fairly normal Model X with the improvements Tesla brought out to the Model S. Hopefully we'll see it soon, but I'm not holding my breath. That's all the latest Tesla news for today, so in the meantime, if you want to see my full in-depth review of the new refreshed Model S I got around 2 weeks ago, you can check out that video linked up here or in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.